folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we are going to make a stretch bracelet using beads from our SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit Halloween Hustle. So let's turn down and I'll show you what we're going to do. So what we have here is a passel of beads, and frankly, I was going to use this one. They have little chips out of them, but I was hoping they would sink into these beads when I used these as spacer beads or to put the knot in. But the thing is, the skull is plenty big enough for the knot. So we're going to put the knot there, and we are going to change these particular beads out for a few different ones. But let's see what we've got we can switch it to. And I am thinking in here we have some more black in the set here. So let's see what we've got. And I'm thinking we'll change that bead for a pave bead. So we do have one here. And maybe some just regular spacers like this. I think those will go over the pave bead all right. Oh yeah, they'll look good on the pave bead. So we'll get another one of those. And we'll put these folks away. Now, if we happen to need some more beads, we do have some more in here, as you can see, as well as I have some more little of these little orange ones and some more of the purples. So what I'm going to do is this guy's going to go in the middle. Of course, why not? And we have these little spacer guys, the hexagons, the melons on either side of him. Then some more hexagons. The sugar skulls facing this direction like this. Then, of course, some more of these spacers. Then we're going with this big, sort of strange guy. And he has no particular shape. He's just a strange shape, little bubble. Those guys. Purple. Little tiny yellow. The eye. Back to the yellow. Back to the purple. Yep. So we go purple, spacer, yellow, spacer, eye, spacer, yellow, spacer, purple. And then this guy will be on our end here. Now, because this guy is where we're going to put our knot, we're going to start beading from right here and go all the way around and come back to him. So the first thing we want to do is get some elasticity. And I'm going to get quite a big hunk because I don't want to have to fight it when I go to put the knot in. So you can cut this with scissors, so just cut it off where you think you want it, the length you want it. And then I'm going to put a bead stopper on this side because I don't like taking the chances of my beads falling off. Now I'm hoping that the little yellow bead will not give me any problems going on this. I'm not sure if it will. We'll find out when we get to it. Well, the yellowy orange. So we're going to put this guy on first because he's where our knot's going to go. Then we're just going to go down the line here, come back around over here. So now I don't use a needle, so I'm hoping that all of these beads are going to behave. And this one is not. Not sure if it's got something in it. Let's take our bead reamer and find out. Or maybe even a little piece of metal. Sometimes you need a little piece of metal in your to shove anything out that's in here. So I do have a little piece of scrap metal over here. So, well, if there was something in it, we apparently pushed it out, hopefully. Oh, she still wants to be stubborn and not go on. We'll start with the other one and see if it will behave. Yeah, this one went through with no problem. So we will just worry about this one when we get over there. This one's being problematic also. And here I thought the ones I would have to worry about were the little tiny yellow ones. We'll see if we have to worry about those when we get there. Well, it's a tight fit, but it does go on, so. Now, as I said, we'll start here again and go back this direction so that when we put the knot in and it goes into the skull, it will be a nice symmetrical little bracelet. Wow, this side wants to be a bugger because the little orange one doesn't even want to go on very well here. Of course, if we can't get this on, I have quite a few extras of this little kind, and obviously we can get some of them on because the others have gone on already. Just got to get hold of the tip of this here. There we go. And push it down. Work this little orange one onto here. Get hold of the, there we go. Now it's time to put this guy on. And looks like we need to wow, this side seems to be crammed up here. Now, I hardly ever do, but you really should use water when you ream a bead like I just did. Now, beading wire would have gone straight into that without a problem, but we're not working with beading wire. Okay, now this one has to face the other direction. So, let's see if we can get this to okay. Come on, baby, go through. Interesting. Oh, there it goes. Now we want to bring it around and make sure that we've got our beads all the right direction, and we do. So now we're going to bring this back over here some. I'll put a bead stopper on it so that we're more in the middle here of our elastic. And you know, I think I forgot to stretch it before we started here. So let's do it now. It needs to be stretched quite a bit. Give it 5 or 6 good stretches here. See how much it bagged on both sides? Because if you don't stretch it now, it's going to stretch itself later. So you want to get that stretch in there. So let's move this down here. And we want to see about how long this is getting to be. And I think it's going to be just about perfect from the looks of it. That'll be down at the bottom. Then we want this guy up here at the top. And there we go. Now, if you were to think that it might be too small, you could put like another small bead in here or a spacer. But I think it's going to be pretty good. So our next step is to put our knot in. So we're going to have the knot in this little skull here. So let's take our bead stoppers off. Put them aside. And we're going to want to take our lines and try and get them sort of even here. And then we're going to stretch the ends out. Now, once you have the ends stretched to your liking, take your 2 fingers, take your threads, both of them, wrap them around both fingers, come back to the other side, and then spread them just a little bit so you can pull both cords through between your two fingers. And then do it a second time. Then pull it over here as much as you can. And I am trying to keep it tight as I bring my fingers out, because you don't want it to bag up here. So as you pull it and you pull your fingers out, keep pulling your line so it gets good and tight. Now you can pull it a few times to set that knot. The knot is a good strong knot. You don't have to worry about it. It really doesn't need glue, but I usually put a little Hypo cement on just to be on the safe side. And there's how it's going to look on your arm. And I could have, it looks like I could have used a little bit more beads, because I noticed there was a small gap right there. But I don't see it anymore. So maybe I got it straightened out. But this is probably about 7 inches, because my wrist is about 7 1/4. So there is our bracelet. Now the next step is to cut these lines off. I don't tend to cut them all the way off. I leave about 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch. Cut those off. Now you can see there was quite a bit of extra wire, but we needed that wire to make our, cord to make our knot, because it would have been stubborn and not wanted to go in otherwise. So actually this should go like this. We're going to get some Hypo cement. It's GS Hypo cement. We're going to let it ease itself down till it comes out. And there's the glue coming through. I just saw it start to come. So once it starts coming, we put some on our knot. And then we get our lid on back as quickly as we can so it doesn't bleed out too much. We'll put that aside, and then we're going to pull the knot into our little skull. Come on, baby, all the way. There he goes. No, he came back out. Stay in there, dude. Knot's being stubborn. It doesn't want to stay in the middle. There we go. So there is our little skeleton. Isn't he cute? So we have our skeleton head and there we go. There is our stretch bracelet. Let's see how long it actually ended up being. Not quite 7. Looks like it's 6 3/4. So that's why I had that little bag when I put it on. So we should have made it just a little bit bigger. Maybe put in a couple more little beads somewhere, like one of the little orange ones here, or one of the purple ones here, to add that extra length. But it's still a nice length of bracelet at 6 3/4. It's just going to go on a smaller wrist. Now, I have a sister who, even with this being smaller, it wouldn't fit her. It would be too big. But I think that's a real cute little Halloween-style bracelet, and I hope you enjoyed it. There we go. There is our bracelet using our SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit Halloween Hustle. This was the last of my little skulls, and this is the last of my sugar skulls. And there we go. Isn't that cute? I really like it. I think it turned out really cute. And as we ascertained earlier, it is about 6 3/4 inches. So a little smaller than I really would have liked, but it still turned out really cute. I can wear it, but it's a little snug on me with no extra space whatsoever. But there we go. If we had wanted to get it a little bit bigger, I probably should have put another small bead here and over here. One of the little orange ones or one of the purple ones, something like that. It also would have added a little more color, but I think it's really cute. And I hope you enjoyed making this with me. Again, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and this little cute little stretch bracelet was made using SoftFlex Company's Halloween Hustle Design Challenge Kit. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.